While you are watching the 2026 World Cup, someone in a boardroom is already designing the next one. Not for the football, for the revenue streams, the geopolitical leverage, and the broadcasting rights packages that have not yet been announced. The 2026 format is not the destination. It is the current position in a negotiation with no publicly declared endpoint. 2026 is not the future of the World Cup. It is the most recent version of it. And the next version is already being written by people who have not watched the match in years. The World Cup format changes when the commercial logic of expansion produces a revenue argument that exceeds the political cost of changing it. The move from 24 to 32 teams in 1998, more nations, more markets, more broadcast deals. The move from 32 to 48 in 2026, identical logic. The next change will follow the same pattern. The question is not whether the format will change again, the question is in which direction. The World Cup format has never once been changed because it made the football better. It has been changed every time it made the money better. That is the only mechanism that has ever worked. The 48-team structure will produce problems at scale the 32-team format never encountered. More matches means more scheduling conflict with domestic leagues, and European leagues are now commercially powerful enough to push back against FIFA in ways they could not in 1998. At 2026, with 104 matches and more player minutes demanded from club rosters, that dispute reaches a new pressure point. Simultaneously, geopolitical competition for hosting rights is intensifying. The three-nation model creates a template subsequent bidders must replicate or exceed. Exceeding it means more nations or more matches. Both directions require another format change. 2026 solves the problem of getting to 48 teams. It creates the problem of what comes after 48 teams. Nobody has a public answer yet, which means the answer already exists and has not been announced. Every success metric from 2026 will be used to justify the next expansion. Every failure metric will be used to justify a different kind of change. Either way, the format changes. The data from 2026 is not being collected to evaluate whether expansion was correct. It is being collected to determine the shape of the next expansion. 2026 is not the end of something. It is the pilot episode of something larger that has not been named yet. And like every pilot, its purpose is to get renewed, not to be good. When you watch the 2026 final and feel like you have witnessed the peak of the sport, you have not witnessed the peak, you have witnessed the pitch. The boardroom already has the next slide ready. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome.